People come from all walks of life. They all have lives they lead. Any and all are welcome here to come and chat.
Hi everyone, welcome back to another episode of Small Talk. I don't know quite how to describe today's guest. Certainly multi-talented, multifaceted. Here he is, ladies and gentlemen, Maxwell Newhouse.
How do you do?
Well, so Maxwell, explain what you have here.
Well, I'm an artist. I'm a painter. And in 1974, I was looking at the Canadian flag, and it just came to me, wouldn't it be something to do a painting of the Canadian flag as summer, and then have it fall on its side on the bottom of the panel, and then winter as an empty space, just white, and then spring, which is sort of a symbol of a new beginning and hope. So I did this painting, and I exhibited in 1975, got a lot of excitement through it, and didn't sell much. I sold one painting, actually, to an American. But people really liked the image, but it just wasn't going anywhere. It's conceptual art, and it's
Right.
hard to sell conceptual art.
Oh, I see, okay. So, but I see here that you have some cards.
Yeah.
So what are these?
Well, this last painting that you see on the screen there, I did that in 2017. And looking at it, I thought, because I've been painting it over and over, I've got hundreds and hundreds of paintings of the same thing. What can I do to make this real interesting? So I thought, I know, there's 4 characters. I'm going to invent a game. So how do I do that? I pick up a regular deck of cards. It's got a spade, a diamond, a heart, and a club. And I create a game that uses those 4 characters, ignoring the king and queen and all the numbers. It took me about 6 weeks, and I finally came up with, this is my very first version. I went to the printers and printed it. This is number 3, it's autumn. I changed it since I did this, but these are each...
The original ones?
Each one had a number, and winter was 4 at the time. So that was my first game, and I just played with a few friends and family, and I was really excited about it, although you can see it's very poorly printed. It's just, there's nothing to it. It's just not exactly brilliant or anything. But I thought I'd do another one, and I talked to the schools. So I created this game, and I just wrote 4 on the back. I thought I was being brilliant. That's a nice cover. And I have 1 is autumn. I changed the numbers. No, I didn't change the numbers yet. I still 4 is the summer season, and I think I put 4 there. I couldn't figure out how I was going to adjust the numbers in that. But anyway, I was testing this game with the kids, and I asked them for criticism. They really gave it to me. They gave me a lot of good criticism, which is what every artist craves.
Is that right?
Well, yeah, you don't get enough criticism.
Okay.
So they said it's really nice. They really loved the game. They were very excited. In fact, I had to go back so they could play it again another day. I says, well, give me something. So this little girl said, why don't you... And I says, it has to do with 13. And she says, the 10 provinces and the territories. Wow, so I had something. So I went back to the printers, and I came up with this. This is the Joker. Ottawa, of course. Everyone thought that was real funny. And then I just made the cards, but the reason they're hand-painted with clubs and diamonds and spades is because I got them all wrong. I had to reprint this many, many times. And in fact, underneath this diamond, you'll see a club sort of in the background. So these are all hand-painted and hand-numbered because I got them all wrong, every one of them.
But as you can see, they have the province and the capital on it.
Yeah. So what happens is this 11 is based on September 1st, 1905. That's when Alberta came into Canada. That's when they joined. So each number is assigned by Ontario, of course, to be number 1. That's where it all happened. John A. Macdonald, they started Canada.
All right.
And Quebec is second. They're in it together. So these numbers are all assigned. New Brunswick was a 3rd. And this is interesting. Nova Scotia was a 4th. But they actually relented. For a moment, they thought, no, I don't think we want to do this. Then they came back in. So they're all part of Canada. So this is how Canada grew. And the last card is, that's another joker there.
Right.
The last card is number 13, which in a regular deck would be the king, right? Can you find it? Here's a 13.
Okay.
So Nunavut joined just 21 years ago in 1999, so they're the number 13. And when you think about Nunavut and you look at it on the map, it looks just like a crown. It's Crowns Canada. It's right on top.
Fascinating.
So I got the formula for the game here, and I'm still got diamonds and hearts and clubs and things. And the interesting thing about this deck, when I was designing it, I was talking to the American Card Company, and I said, so I asked them a few questions, and they right away said to me, there's no way you can make a deck of cards, because we own the copyright on the Ace of Spades, so don't even try.
Oh.
That was kind of a
Wow.
shot over the bow that
Yeah.
just back off. So there is no Ace of Spades here.
All right.
So I took it a bit further. This is tested with all the kids in the schools. In fact, there's two school districts want this, and one of them, I won't say which one, want it really badly. They even wanted to order 800 sets.
Oh my goodness.
And my wife says, we're not going to get into manufacturing at this age. I'm 73. So I agreed. I said, okay, we won't. But I'm still going to have fun making cards, because that's kind of what I do.
And you can still present them to the schools at
And then I
least.
finally got it corrected. You'll see the numbers are all.
Yeah.
So it costs a lot of money every time I create a deck of cards, because it's not just printing a business card, because every single one is distinct and individual. And I reassigned the number 4 in this game. Oh, that's something else. I gotta just show you this quickly, if you can. I'm gonna actually play a game for you very quickly.
Okay.
So, can they see on the table? They can't really. So
No.
just say this. I reassigned number 4 to spring. That is the most valuable season, because when you think about children, they are the most valuable creatures on earth. We're all okay, but we're on our way out. The children
Gee, thanks.
are really important. So that has the highest value.
Okay.
And the lowest value, no
Is the
offense to
summer?
all you adults, is number 1. Is that okay?
I'm not an adult, so
Yeah.
it doesn't matter to me.
So this is the game of 4. So that's one game. There's just that's the original game that I made there, but you flip it over and you got a regular deck. You can actually play it like a regular deck of cards completely. That would be with the king
Yeah.
and queen and all that. And the number value is very interesting, because every time you look at a number, it tells you when that province joined. So
That's
this,
really fascinating.
So this is a book on the history of Canada
Very good.
And-
In card form.
in card form.
And
yeah.
kids like to play, and they don't even realize they're learning. right?
It's through osmosis. That's
yeah,
right.
it's really perfect.
So I had a lot of fun with that, and I thought, I'm not the most brilliant person, so I kind of stumbled along here. But I thought, what can I do in America that's 13?
Wait a minute. Why would you even go to America? Like, what made you want to do American cards?
Well, my mother was American, and my family's American, and I
Okay.
have kind of an ancient past in America. Although I'm all wholly Canadian, I do love my neighbors, despite what everyone wants to say about America. So I came up with this. Of course, you can't use the Canadian flag down there, and I'm trying to come up with numbers that work. So, me understanding America as an outsider looking down there, I know their military is really important, and generals are a real big deal. So I invented the game called the American Generals. And it plays the same as the Canadian game.
Same idea,
Same
yeah.
concept. But on the other side, I have the founding states of America. And when they joined, Delaware joined first.
This is fascinating.
So this is about celebrating America in 2026. They're going to be 250 years old. And Rhode Island is the 13th to join. So that's how all the numbers are assigned. There's no ace of spades. What there is you know your country. Like, I didn't know Pennsylvania's capital was Harrisburg, but that kid will know after he plays this a few times. And they joined on the second, they're the second to join, and they're on December 12th, 1787. So
You did a lot of research to do these cards.
This is a history lesson, and they recognize their flag. Well, it's hard to see that flag. Let's look at this flag.
But that took a lot of research.
Rhode Island, you see, that's a very beautiful flag.
Yeah.
Yeah, it took a lot of research, and I'm really happy with this one. And I want to do one with all the states, you know. And I feel I have a right to, because my mother was American,
Right.
and I have family history.
I noticed you had a photo here. Could you explain who that is?
This is John Brown. John Brown in 18, he was born in 1800, but in 1859 he went to Harper's Ferry and he started an uprising. He wanted to free the slaves. He bought a lot of guns and he made some special spears, and he wanted to free the slaves using violence because they were using violence against all the Puritans, against all the people who believed in anti-slavery. And it didn't go well for him. He kind of lost that little battle and he ended up being hung. But his heart was in the right place.
He's a relative of yours way back, right?
Yeah, he would be my great-great-great-great-grandfather going way back.
Right.
And the interesting thing is I hardly even knew about that because the whole family, no one wanted to talk about it.
Right.
Because
They weren't. Yeah, it was a negative rather than a positive,
yes,
right?
And I've just read the history of him, and he takes everything from the Bible. He's a Puritan. So that launched me into something. This is my final game. It's only been printed, I think, 10 days ago.
Oh.
And it's my brand new game. It's called 50 United States of America. States, territories, capitals, flags, and dates. It's got all the history of your country.
Wow.
And it's got every single one. Now, this is the wild card, is Washington. See how there's a red, a blue, black, and a white on there? Now, each one of these cards, I don't use the ace and the spades and the diamonds and that. I just use the color. So you're going to actually have 4 of the same color or 1 of each color. And each state and territory, Northern Mariana Islands is a very important territory. It's a military territory. And the back of the flag, of course, voila, the American flag. It's a perfect back. So we have in all 56 cards.
That's really awesome.
And everyone has a different number, up to 30. The game changes because the numbers they get higher, they go right to 50. But when they get to the territories, it has 0 because they never became a state. They're a territory. They're what you would say is a partner. They've partnered with the United States. So all of these cards also tell the history of America, like Springfield, Illinois is the 21st to join, and they've got the exact date here. That was December 13th, 1818. So kids are learning about each state, not just their state, but all the states across America. Now, what's interesting about this game is my wife is great in geography. She knows every capital in every state by heart. I don't. I'm stumbling around, really having a hard time, but I'm having a lot of fun. And their cards are each flag is so unique and beautiful, and the children and the adults will recognize the flags of their state right away.
Very nice, yeah.
So this is one game I'm going to be sending to my relatives in California.
Super educational.
To test. And the kids can't go to school there. So this is a history lesson, and they'll learn to love and know their country.
Right. So what is this that you have here?
Oh, this is the actually it's for the other deck where the USA in 1776. This I'll get it right
Whoops,
eventually.
yeah.
This is the wild card on the deck. You see, this is the British flag here. It was blocked by the 13 colonies. I'm redoing the picture again right now, actually, because it should have the stars too. This is my first attempt at doing it, and it's just.
This is all so fascinating. Unfortunately, Maxwell, we're completely out of time. But I appreciate you doing this and showing this, and hopefully you'll continue. I hope you've enjoyed meeting Maxwell. As I said, he's multifaceted, fascinating person, very, very talented, and do you have a website, by the way, or where can people see?
There's actually, all you have to do is Google my name, Maxwell Newhouse. There's so many stories on me.
Are they all true? I'm just teasing.
There's some exaggeration, but I've done so many things. I'm sort of
that's why I said you're multifaceted.
What I'm trying to do is let some things go. I'm an artist. I'm a painter. A painting is going to be released probably this month at the Children's Hospital in Miro.
Oh, very nice.
So I do a lot of
Very
painting,
nice.
but my new quest is games, and my next game is Africa.
Awesome. Oh my, look forward to it, people. I really look forward to it. Anyway, as I said, we're completely out of time, probably a little bit over, but it's been so fascinating. Thank you so much for watching. See you next time. Be safe, be happy, and peace out. This is so cool. Thank you.